Good morning, friends. I wanted to take a couple minutes here to go over the math manipulative kit that you got at orientation. Our math curriculum is very word problem based, so we decided to make sure that everyone had a kit that would support your learning. All the things you see on this kit are things that you're going to see in your lessons each day. We are going to have a number line, a 10 frame, and colored counters. You also have a 120 chart, some pattern blocks, base 10 blocks. We also included small Unifix cubes in this kit. So we're going to start out with the 10 frame. That's the first thing that you will encounter as you're working on your math problems. You actually have two. These boards are, you can go side to side, and they are made to write on as well, so you could use the counters and markers, or you can use a dry erase marker and write on them. Whichever one works best for you. I like using the markers. I think they're great to have on there, but you can choose. So, the way we use a 10 frame first is by understanding what it means to be a 10 frame. So we're going to take a look at this. I'll take one away. 10 frames have 10 frames in them. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. So that right there is a problem in itself. 5 plus 5 is 10. What's neat about 10 frames is as you're going along, it helps you to count quicker and to add or subtract quicker, because you can realize if my 10 frame is full, I have 10. You can start from there and keep going. So if you have a full 10 frame, you know you're already starting out with 10. And then possibly if you're using the second one with a few on it, you can keep counting. Also, you can realize that if that top is full, you have 5. So you don't need to individually count them. You know, if I have one of these rows full, there are 5. If I have both rows full, there are 10. 10 things. As you're using the 10 frame for your lessons, you're going to use it with your word problems. So if you have a problem that reads, there were 2 birds in a tree and 3 more birds came along, it says and, then it would say, how many were there all together? That tells me it's an addition problem. There were 2 birds, 3 more came along. An example of how you would use your 10 frame is you're going to pick the same color for the first number. So there were 2 birds, and then 3 more came along. How many birds do we have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is how you will be using your 10 frame. Sometimes it will be more than that. Let's make these go away. What if we had the word problem? You had 7 marbles, and a friend came along and gave you 2 more. How many marbles do you have all together? Then we're going to pick 7 of one color because that's the first number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops, same color. And then we're going to add 2 more, and we're going to use a different color for that. 8, 9. How many do we have in all? We have 9 marbles. That is how you will use your 10 frames throughout the year, and these are going to be so helpful. So make sure you take these manipulatives out, take a look at them, and start using them right away. Another thing you can do with just the markers, instead of even using a 10 frame, you can just use the markers on their own. If you're working on a word problem that says there were 7 birds in a tree, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 flew away. 1, 2, 3. How many do we have left? There are lots of strategies you're going to learn about this year in math. I want to start with just the 10 frame. We have a lot of manipulatives. I'm going to make videos for different ones, but the first thing you're going to encounter is the 10 frame. So we're going to start there. I will show you the other ones and briefly talk about them, but I am going to add some more videos in detail about how to use these. After you use the 10 frame, you're going to learn about the number line. And that is a lot of counting on or counting backwards to use that as you do addition and subtraction problems. You will start with the first number. If you had 4 plus 3, start with 4. I like to say we make some bunny hops. So if we had 4 plus 3, we're going to start at the first number, 4, and then we're going to take 3 bunny hops. 1, 2, 3. Where do we stop? 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. That's how you're going to use the number line. It's a little different if you change it to subtraction or taking away. 4 take away 3. We're still going to start at that number 4. That's our first number. We're going to start there, but this time we're going to hop backwards because we're taking away. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Where did we stop? At the 1. That's a brief summary of how you're going to use that number line. But again, as we encounter these different things, I will put some more videos on to show you how to use them in more detail. You're going to work on using hundreds charts a little bit later. And then we also will use our base 10 blocks. Those help us with place value for tens and ones. Those are things we're going to get into in the second semester. So we'll talk more about those later, but I at least wanted to start with showing you those. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.